Good morning. And welcome to the Oxnard College Veterans Day ceremony. I am Israel Lopez, the Oxnard College Veterans Club President. Please stand and help me welcome the 2nd Battalion, 223 Marines, Weapons Company, as they present our nation's colors.
Present arms. Ready, 2, forward, march.
So with a round of applause, please help me thank the 223 Marines. Again, good morning and welcome to Oxnard College. Again, I am Israel Lopez, the Oxnard College Veterans Club President. First and foremost, I would like to thank our college president, Cynthia, for the support of this organization, our club, and everything that we do on campus. Now, please help me extend a warm welcome to our special guests today. Assembly Member Jackie Irwin, Chancellor Bernie Luskin, and to my left, World War II Purple Heart recipient, PFC Albert Medina. Before we begin our ceremony, I'd just like to share a few words. This time last year, we lost one of our very own. It was a sad time for us here on campus, and as a club, we had to move forward, as we always have to. But since then, we've become a stronger club, a stronger organization, where we have helped to sponsor and support other veterans clubs opening up in our campus, as far as here at Oxnard, Ventura's Veterans Center, and Moore Park's Veterans Center. It's been a long journey for us to be recognized on each campus, but the journey has been long fought and well worth it. As I come to you today as the club president, I hope that what we have established here in 2011 with the help of Leo Orange and all the supporting staff, that it continues to stay on Oxnard College and any college that we move forward to. So, special thank you to Leo Orange for everything that you do. It's my honor to present President of Students Development, Asir Bobian, for a few words.
Good morning. This is one of my favorite events of the year, where we recognize the contributions and sacrifices of our veterans. I would like to thank our Veterans Club for organizing this meaningful event. A special thank you to Israel Lopez, Leo Orange, America Barroso, and the 33rd Weapons Company Marine Corps Detachment. Thank you so much. I'm proud that Oxnard College has the distinction of being a military-friendly institution. This distinction comes from the college's dedication to our military veterans. Today, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our Ventura Community College District Chancellor, Bernard Luskin. Chancellor Luskin is a veteran of the Navy. I always enjoy hearing his personal stories of serving in Port Hueneme as a young sailor and finding his way to Ventura College. And that's okay, because Oxnard College was not around at that time. But I'm sure you would have attended Oxnard College. His life has come full circle when he has returned to serve as our chancellor. Before I ask the chancellor to come up, I would like to recognize some individuals. I want to recognize our college president, Dr. Cynthia Zari, Vice President Mike Bush, and our amazing facilities folks who set this all up. Please raise your hand. Facilities. Our wonderful staff, administrators, and faculty who are present here today and support our veterans. A special thank you to America Barroso, our amazing veteran coordinator. America brings so much passion and dedication to serving our veterans every day. We are joined by Board Trustee Member Art Hernandez, Student Trustee, and Vice Chancellor Rick Post, who's also a military veteran who served in Vietnam with distinction. And most importantly, I want to recognize all our veterans in attendance today. If you served our country or currently serving in a branch of the military, please stand, wave your hand. I'd like to recognize you all. A big round of applause. Thank you so much for your service. There's a special veteran I would like to introduce. I want to recognize World War II veteran Mr. Albert Medina, who is sitting in the front. His granddaughter, Amparo Medina, provided me with a summary of his discharge papers. The military occupation discharge papers state the following. Albert Medina enlisted when he was 20 years old on March 29, 1944, and discharged on January 25, 1946. He performed the duties as a rifleman in the 4th Infantry Division in England, France, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Germany. Assisted in capturing and holding enemy positions, loaded aimed fired rifle and automatic rifle, assembled and disassembled guns, camouflaged himself in gun, has 3 battle star, the Purple Heart, and cluster. Mr. Medina is joined by other family members who also served in the military. We honor you here today. I would like to thank Mr. Medina for joining us today. A special note, next week is his 93rd birthday, so congratulations and have Wonderful birthday. Now, I would like to ask Chancellor Luskin to please come up and provide our veterans, allies, and family members with a greeting.
It really is a special thrill to be here, and especially this morning after the election. I'm not going to make much comment except to say God bless America. Away we go. I also want to congratulate Assemblymember Irwin on her re-election and really sincere appreciation from the Ventura County Community College District and each of our three colleges. You've been just a strong supporter and helped us in just many, many ways. And we're forever grateful for it. We understand and we appreciate it, and we appreciate you. President Azari, it's good to be here. I appreciate being invited. And Private Medina, it's a pleasure to be here, especially in your presence. I'm not going to go through the other list because President Azari is going to mention some people, and Vice President Kobian mentioned some of the others, and we have a lot of very significant guests with us here. I just want to say a couple of things that I think are particularly relevant. Oscar was right. I was stationed on the USS Norton Sound here in Port Hueneme when I was 18 years old. And as many of you know, and I've said before, my parents were born in Russia, so I didn't have much guidance. I just joined the Navy because I was trying to figure out what to do, and they sent me here, and I was stationed aboard the USS Norton Sound, AVM-1, with the Navy's first guided missile ship, happened to be in Port Hueneme, and now known as the Galloping Ghost of Hueneme Bay. So it was a famous ship, and for those of you who don't know it, that this particular ship, it's unfortunate that they made scrap out of it because otherwise it would be a museum, fired the first nuclear warhead missiles ever we were down in South America. I was along on the chute, and so we fired the first missiles 300 miles into the air, and actually we fired 4. 3 of them broke and fell into the ocean. And we had all kinds of serious problems, and one of them actually got off. So they say it's one of the most dangerous missions ever in the history of warfare. And so I was so young I didn't really know much about it. I was just there watching it all go on. So I just have to mention that because it relates to Port Hueneme. I lived here, and as Oscar said, from the advice I got, I went to Ventura College because there was no Oxnard College. But ultimately wound up, eventually I was president of Oxnard for a period of time just before Cynthia, and now I'm chancellor. So just from student to chancellor, I think it's just a story. And it's symbolic of many of the stories that we all have, but it's so significant related to community colleges and the opportunity that you have here. I just want to tell you 2 bits of information that I think maybe you may not be aware of, and I'll turn it back to President Azari. Oxnard College is beyond special. Its physical location and size and growth potential, because Oxnard's probably about half of the size that it's going to achieve in a reasonable period of time, and you can see the new buildings opening and all the things that are going on, is probably the poster college for an HSI in America. It just is. The physical location, the profile of the students, the academic programs, everything that Oxnard College is, sets it apart and makes it unique. So you have a real opportunity here, and you are privileged to attend a college that is going to be increasingly acknowledged and special, especially now being headed up by Dr. Azari. because I just have to say this because it's about the glass ceiling and things that we talk about. Here we have a unique college. It's an HSI in the United States where the president is a doctoral level female administrator with a long, credible history, highly respected, and a leader not only in the Ventura County Community College District, but throughout California and the nation. And we appreciate that particularly. All that being said, I just want to say something about Veterans Day for me, because the veterans created the community college in America. The veterans are the engine that drove it. Because in 1948, after World War II, Harry Truman became president of the United States. He launched what it was called the Truman Commission in 1948. And the Truman Commission made a report. And the Truman Commission report said that there should be a college in driving distance of every American. So from about the middle 1950s to about 1970, 1,000 community colleges opened. During the 60s, one opened every week. And so the community college became very important. And what happened is the veterans, like Private Medina and Vice Chancellor Post and others who I know here were in the military, went through boot camp in San Diego and Fort Ord and on the East Coast, and after it was all over, didn't go home. They stayed where they were. And eventually, colleges were developed. And then the Ventura County Community College District was formed in 1925 with Ventura College. I know because I went there. I didn't go in 1925. And so it was part of a movement. And now there is a community college in driving distance of every American. And in Ventura County, there's a community college in driving distance of every citizen in the county. And you are here. And the stimulus for building the community college came from the GI Bill and the veterans returning from World War II. And it's re-stimulated now with the new GI Bill and the veterans that are coming back. And I'm told that there are 48,000 veterans in Ventura County. We have about 1,000 in the district. So it's really important. So I couldn't be more proud to be here today. I'm proud of every single person. I love the ability to engage with you, with the students. I think that having the veterans organization now in place, the club and the center, is a harbinger of a big future to come. And Oxnard College is the pride of the Ventura County Community College District. So it's nice to be here to help you celebrate Veterans Day. And let me turn it to Dr. Azar.
Thank you, Dr. Liska. We certainly appreciate your being here. Welcome to Oxnard College and welcome to our Veterans Day ceremony. I'm pleased to introduce our guest speaker today. Last night, Assemblymember Jackie Irwin was elected to her second term to represent us in the 44th District. Oh, sorry. I'm not as tall as everyone else, I apologize. Okay. Again, welcome to Oxnard College and to our Veterans Day ceremony. I'm very pleased to introduce Assemblymember Jackie Irwin. She was elected to her second term last night to represent us in the 44th District. I want to say thank you to everyone who voted yesterday. Whether we're pleased with the outcome or not, it is our right and our privilege as American citizens. So thank you for voting, and especially thank you for re-electing Assemblymember Jackie Irwin, who chairs the Veterans Affairs Committee, and she understands the issues of our veterans and the issues and the problems that they and their dependents experience on a daily basis. She also serves on the Accountability and Administrative Review for Higher Education and Jobs, Agriculture, Assembly Budget, Economic Development, and Economy Committees. She serves on the Commission on the Status of Women and Girls, State Public Works Board, the Interagency Council on Veterans, and the Interstate Compact on Educational Opportunity for Military Children. We're truly honored to have Assemblymember Jackie Irwin. Please join me in welcoming her.
Well, good morning. I'll move it up a little bit. Can you hear me? Yes? Oh. How about now? All right, bend down a little. Good morning, everybody, and it is really an honor to be able to celebrate our veterans today. We gather here to honor the brave men and women who have served this magnificent country. Because our veterans and those still serving in our armed forces, because of our veterans and those still serving in our armed forces, we live in the greatest country in the world. We have our freedom, we have our voices, and we are allowed to let them be heard. And we have a democratic society where we are all invited to choose the government that we want. Our veterans have protected these rights, and I want you to understand that we do not take your service for granted. Please know that we honor you every day, not just on Veterans Day. It's great to be here at Oxnard College, where veterans are welcomed and the resources to help you are at your fingertips. I want to thank Leo for the invitation to speak with you today, and I want to thank him for the incredible work that he's done with the Veterans Resource Center here on campus. When I was first elected, one of my office's goals was to help Moore Park College get their own Veterans Center. With the help from Leo and Sergeant Felix and the new administration at the college, I'm happy to say that all three community colleges and both universities have Veterans Centers. And we are really excited that they all have a place to help veterans assimilate into college life, navigate benefits, and help you to choose your career path. Could we please give Leo and his staff in the Counseling and Vet Center office a big round of applause? Over the past 2 years, I've been working to support the efforts to help veterans and all students affected by the recent school closures. I am looking at how we can hold for-profit schools accountable. These schools often target veterans with predatory marketing campaigns and then waste your hard-earned educational benefits while leaving you without the skills or degree for a career. We must hold these for-profit schools to a higher standard to ensure that students are getting the education they are entitled to receive. I will continue to work on this issue because education, in whatever field you choose, is the key to your future. And education is one of my top priorities. We were recently awarded funds to start the engineering program at Cal State Channel Islands. And that engineering program is going to be starting next year in mechatronics. And I urge all of you, the veterans and the students that are not veterans, to look at Cal State Channel Islands if you want to pursue a engineering degree. But this will be great to create a pipeline of young engineers to meet the needs of today's marketplace and of our county. I also authored legislation that led to $60 million in the budgets for grants to community colleges to adopt tested and proven strategies to improve the number of students who earn degrees by reforming the delivery of remedial education. And I'm happy to announce that Oxnard Community College applied for a grant and was recently given $1.5 million to revamp their remedial education. Finally, for those of you that are looking to transfer to a UC, we were successful with a bill to support a UC Innovation and Entrepreneurship program. Our UC campuses are among our country's top research universities. To capitalize on this, UC businesses offer business incubators that in 2014 alone employed over 19,000 people and brought more than $14 billion in revenue. So I advocated for $22 million, which is $2 million for each UC campus, to be included in this year's budget to support these programs. And I was successful in convincing my colleague and the governor that this has been a worthwhile investment. So we are going to see the innovation that's going on at the UCs go out into the marketplace. And again, for those of you that are transferring to a UC, it's an incredible opportunity. And I encourage all of you, we're hitting the remedial and the Cal State and the UC. I encourage all of you to look at all the wonderful paths that are available to you once you finish your 2 years at the community college. It's been an honor to serve as the chair of the Assembly Veteran Affairs Committee, and I've enjoyed the opportunity to develop relationships with many veteran advocates and leaders throughout California. As home to the largest population of any state, California has a unique challenge and responsibility to serve those who have served us. We need to make sure that our veterans have the care they need and the benefits they have earned when they come home. With unanimous support from our colleagues and the support of the governor, I was able to secure $5.6 million in state funding for our veteran service officers, which will improve their ability to reach our veterans and connect them with the federal benefits that they have earned. The Department of Veteran Affairs just submitted their annual report on monetary benefits attributable to the assistance of county veteran service officers for 2015 and 16. And in this year, the CVSOs brought in approximately $487 million in new federal benefits into this state's economy. $286.9 million of that will be annually recurring for the rest of the veterans' lives here in California. Through outreach, stand-down events, resource fairs, and visits to CVSOs, more than 400,000 veterans and family members have been served. Here in Ventura County, we worked with CalVet, the Department of Government Services, and the City of Ventura to resolve a bureaucratic issue that they have. They have a veterans home and some land that they were not going to be using, and the City of Ventura wanted to develop that land for homeless vets. So we had to work with the Department of CalVets, and a few weeks ago, they signed the title, and that land is going to be turned over to the City of Ventura so they can compete for Prop 41 funds to build veteran housing right in the City of Ventura. More than 13,000 California veterans experiencing homelessness each year, we need to take advantage of every possible avenue to get housing built as soon as possible. And finally, one more legislative success I'm proud to have authored is making the Governor's Military Council permanent. This is a group of former military leaders from throughout the state that are providing leadership in preventing our state's 30 military installations from future base closures. The council also works to support our military presence in the broader economy, the jobs and growth in California, and that is supported by the Department of Defense. So we know here in Ventura County, Port Hueneme and Naval Base Ventura County are very important to our economy, and I will continue to fight to do everything we can to keep that base from closing. I'm proud to have had the opportunity to work on ways to improve the lives of veterans. There remains much work to be done, and the challenges of serving our veterans will become even more significant as the post 9/11 vets end their service and settle in California. I pledge to you to do everything within my power to help California veterans receive the care and benefits that they deserve. So once again, to those who have served and sacrificed for our nation and our community, thank you for your service.
Thank you, Jackie. Appreciate it. In closing, I would like to thank all those who helped make this ceremony possible. A special thanks again to the 223 Weapons Marines. Oscar Cobian, thank you very much. Rick Post, thank you, sir. Bernie Luskin, thank you. And President Cynthia, thank you very much. And last but not least, of course, Mr. Medina, thank you very much for coming to our ceremony today. The list goes on and on how many people I can thank for everything that's taken place here on this campus. So I guess I'll begin that list today. Thank you, Miss America, for everything you do at the Veterans Center. Our club president, the Orange, thank you. And everybody on his staff does a great job. Special thanks to Mrs. Sampado for everything she does in paperwork, so I don't get any white hairs or lose hair. Kathy Owens, inside the Records Administrations, along with Tonya, for everything you do for all the veterans to get their benefits. And a special thanks to my own staff, Alonso, Alfredo, and Maria. Last but not least, to all the support that we've gotten from all the other organizations, as far as the Navy recruiters, which is over here, what's her name, Natalie. And we've got Sergeant Black with the U.S. Army to our left over here. And of course, the Veteran Center mobile van that's over to our right, for everything they do. They're part of a transition program that helps veterans like myself come back to school through counseling and other services that Jackie Rowan also mentioned. Great organization. So thank you again for everything you do. In closing, I'd just like to thank everyone for our support for coming out today. And this concludes our ceremony. Thank you very much.